Welcome back to Pisces TV with Dr. MB. Let's get started with your reading, Pisces. We have the infamous Astro Alignment deck, one of my favorites. I was like, I haven't used them this week or for May yet in general, so let's do it. The bonus oracle card is freedom. I was actually putting them away, and I like to shuffle them, play with them, say thank you, and because they just be so pretty. I'm so addicted to cards. I was putting them away and I saw it like coming out as I was cleaning them, and then when I was putting it away, it like flapped back on the table. So I was like, okay. Now if you guys have been staying up to par with the recent videos, we had 2 of these cards come out, and for a split second I thought it was like a print error, where both are number 21, both say freedom, but I noticed one was like pink cute and the other one was like blue cute, and so I even put them on the thumbnail for that video. So I had never seen that before. I had never even noticed it was 2 of them, and a lot of the people who follow twin flame updates, don't go cringe or log off. Okay, chill, sit. We're not going to talk about that because I know some of you are over it, but we just had the May, the 5/5 portal. Twin flames like to insert themselves in every portal. Okay, so they had a moment, but those 2 things came out. Those 2 cards came out. The feminine and masculine came out. So what are you going to tell spirit about that? Anywho, I thought it was significant to allow it to stay because it came out again. The energy of freedom supports our sense of limitless possibility and potential, boundless expression and bold exploration. I think that is super dope, as a lot of the messages this year, especially in the last month or 2, have been increasingly about limitless possibilities, your potential, expressions, exploration. It's like I hear myself repeating it over and over, and I hear others providing that advice. So here's to freedom. And what I liked about it is I used to ask people, why do you want to be an entrepreneur? Why do you want this? Why do you want that? And like myself, some people would say like, oh, money. Some people want to be with their families more often. Others want to express themselves the way they want to, their way. But for the first time, like the first answer that plopped out of somebody's mouth, a person was like freedom, like period. And so that's who I thought about and what I thought about when I saw freedom today. So I was like, that's cool. It's not about the money, because you can have money and still not have time to spend it. You can have money and still have nothing to spend it on. Like, it's just, it could go down the rabbit hole. I used to always say, I just want money, 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 money. And so imagine getting some money, but you don't have the credit to get nothing. Or imagine getting some money and you don't have nothing to do or time to do anything, people to spend it on, or yourself. So it's like, be careful with that. And so just wanted to throw that out there. Freedom is good, because I don't want to be a prisoner to my own hustle. A lot of entrepreneurs hustle 24 hours, 72 hours until we die. I got 8 jobs. I don't get tired. Me? Oh no. And I will admit, I work more as an entrepreneur than I did with that designated schedule at a job, because I work whenever I want for as long as I want, and sometimes that's more than whatever regulations are allowed for somebody else to put you on the clock. Long story short, love that. Now let's get to your jazz. I found out some cool things because I spend a little extra time with the cards if I pre-shuffle them out, and I learned some interesting things about Juno, which is an actual thing, right? I guess I don't want to say planet because it could be a constellation, but NASA has a satellite called Juno that orbits Jupiter. I didn't know that until, for some of you, I looked up Scorpio 10th house. For others of you, I looked into Capricorn in the 10th house. They are very different. We're going to talk about that because you have opposition here. So I'm supposed to be talking about the oppositions, which are fated. Destiny, however, says that your perspective, your approach to it, your reaction, will give you some leeway to make the magic work for you and alter destiny, regardless of what fate is. And for some reason in this reading, fate is coming up as past. Fate means it happened. You know, it's supposed to mean inevitable and but in this case, it's like it already happened. So destiny is kind of like usually ahead. Okay. So yeah, I just wanted to see real quick. Juno represents marriage, commitment, and the qualities that you look for in a soulmate or even a soul family. It can also reveal how insecurities manifest within relationships through jealousy, inferiority, and tolerance of toxic behavior. Maybe that's why the Queen of Wands and the Emperor came up. I was over tarot. I had done 5 of your readings in 24 to 48 hours, and I got the gist of what the card said, and then said, I'm not in the mood for this right now. And I said, I don't want to deal with people's issues or whatever complicated matter this is. And I chose to use these cards because how can you go wrong with astrology and horoscope? And they're funnier and cuter and smaller. And I'm in a better mood. But this reminds me of how I saw the Queen of Wands, who we know has the capacity to wreak havoc or harmony. I saw havoc in bad news or messages, but then I also saw harmony with the Sun and the Two of Cups. Now, I guess I can say that because I have to be non-biased and support my masculines. I will say that the Two of Cups and the Sun was over with the Emperor, and the messages and the bad news or the agitation or whatever could have been over with the Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands is Sagittarius energy, I believe. Sometimes that's connected to the past. The Sun often represents new beginnings. So for some of you, it's new relationships after avoiding or getting away from toxic energy. Having confidence, taking action, going a distance, getting moving, and now feeling inspired, leading to stability and offer, something that you've been thinking about and waiting for it to come in. So visualizing, having patience, having confidence. It was great. And even sitting there, I started singing Michael Jackson, Remember the Time, because the Queen of Wands was sitting on her throne and the Page of Cups was connected to the Emperor. That was over there with the Sun card and the Two of Cups with the Two of Wands and the Knight of Swords. And she was sitting like that lady was sitting with the facial expression, looking at Michael Jackson entertain her. Because it was like the Emperor looks like into someone being entertained, sitting in a chair. But the Queen of Wands also did. And then I don't know why I just saw that Page of Cups as Michael Jackson saying, remember the time, and then I'm goofy, so yes, I went and looked and to see if there was like some significance or the storyline, and some people said it was to Diana Ross, another person said it was to some other girl. Teddy Riley was like, it ain't none of them, but then wanted to insert himself to say he remembered when that song was done, he was going through some turbulence with his fiance, and he would ask her to remember the time like they fell in love, to get them through the turbulence or whatever. That could be a possibility for some, because we do have Juno dead smack in the center, but we also have career, public life, reputation, and we have intense, transformative, and deep energy with subconscious instincts and emotions. Over here with harmony and balance, regal and loyal, courageous, resilient, tenacious and disciplined, optimism, growth, and opportunity, with an opposition with the Sun. And these are the same cards. almost as the tarot cards that came out. But I took a nap. I did those cards last night. They sat on the table for a long time until I said, I'm not forcing this. I ain't in the mood. And the same shit's right here. Excuse my language. So that's kind of funny. So y'all don't miss nothing. It's still here. And my brain, remembered. So, back to Juno. The traits of Juno placements are characteristics that work well over a sustained period of time. Let's be consistent, you guys. Venus can express your romantic side and Mars can display your passions. But Juno describes your long-term mates. Ooh, accepting the wholeness of who you are, flaws and all. The gift of Juno is learning to accept all parts of yourself, too, as they are reflected in your relationships. Oh my God. I feel you. I do. I say that and I take my own medicine. I'll think about some friendships or partnerships that I have, and it helps with forgiveness. That's why I'm so goofy. Like, even if I don't like somebody and I'll put their name in the jar, and I'm just playing, deep down inside, I'm never really mad at anyone. I could have a grievance for an experience, something you did, something you said, something you didn't do. But I can honestly say, since my connection has deepened with spirit, I don't hate nobody. Because it could also be, increased intelligence and almost narcissism that makes you not even care about people that much to hate them. But come on. Right? So yeah, so I would look into things and say, well, this person does this, this, and that. And then I laugh because it's like, I do that. What I don't like about this person doing this to me, I'm doing the exact same thing. There are people that I will shut out and walk away from without a word and go stone cold 7 years, baby. You ain't gonna find me. I don't have nothing to say to you. You can say whatever you want. You can do whatever you want. You can hire a private motherfucking investigator or a witch in the forest. You're shit out of luck when it comes to getting next to me. And I have a friend that does that. Things don't go his way. Say something he don't like. I'm just gonna freeze up, disappear. And I'm like, you immature fucktard, because you are the problem. So how do you have the audacity to do that? And I'm honest. I'll ask myself, am I doing that to them or to that person? Am I the one out of line, burning off? And honestly and thankfully, no. But it's still a mirroring thing in a response or a reaction to something. Does that make sense? So I'm giving y'all this information because a lot of people do come to tarot, or just in our day-to-day lives as humans, with grievances and disdain or complications, traumas that we're healing from that involve intimate relationships, parents, children, lovers, whatever. And if it could help you and even God in life, right? Some people got an issue like, God, let me holler at you. Or life, you need to chill, right? And it'll help us sometimes with healing through forgiveness. We hear that and go, it's hard to forgive people. And how do I forgive them? Intelligence, acceptance, confidence, and or just nonchalant, good old fashioned not giving a fuck. That's forgiveness, because I don't even care. But yeah, so I can forgive the behavior. I may not like what you did to me. I may not I might not fuck with you, ain't gonna lie. But I will sit to myself and laugh and say, I do that. I ain't gonna lie, they silly. We silly. And I still ain't gonna answer their phone call. So I'm just here to help the collective with information, soul restoration, and a good laugh. So let's go to the moon next to 10th house. I'm simple. So my immediate thoughts were, okay, I'm going to be speaking to people with Scorpio 10th house before I even picked up the card to see that it says 10th house and Capricorn on it. But maybe that's necessary, right? Of course. I trust myself. So really quick, hold on, I have to grab my deal here. Capricorn 10th house is, as the card says, responsibility, pragmatism, patience, and an individual's career, public image, and legacy. The epitome of an individual with strong ambition and a great need for worldly success. I love that. And alone, the 10th house is the house of profession. The rank, the status, the position, the authority could have been why the emperor was there. So some of you guys having the Page of Cups have 10th house Pisces. Possibly. Livelihood, all actions dealing with it, respect, honor. It deals with the father. Living abroad. I can't stand spirit. Because I'm saying 8 Wands. I'm saying the emperor. I'm like, oh, okay. You play too much. And debts. Which, unfortunately, in my mind, Scorpio is forever going to be tied to debt. Because it just is. So there we have it. 10th house is important. Maybe something that is doing for the collective or specifically for Pisces. Ruled by Saturn. Determination, self-control, and aspiration. Now let me tell you where the opposition could come in at. Is because Scorpio 10th house and Capricorn 10th house are different. The differences involve a lot of this Leo energy as far as the characteristics, because Scorpio go mash, force, go hard. It's very abrasive and very aggressive when it comes to it. Capricorn, it's more resilient and disciplined, and I can see where patience is necessary if those two energies clashed. Because Scorpio is passionate about it, damn near obsessed about it, crazy about it. Capricorn is like, as long as it happened, I'm gonna get there when I get there, and I'm gonna do what it takes, and I'm gonna cross the T's and dot the I's. And Scorpio is like, you know, trying to go. So it made me understand why Leo was there as the bridge, because I thought of the Strength card, who has humility and grace and guides that ego at times when it's out of control, and or even coddles the lion a little bit to give it the confidence it needs to, you know, shake that mane and be the king, whatever. So I thought that was kind of cool. What else did we have? Juno orbiting Jupiter as a satellite talks about observation. Look into your optimism, your areas of growth and opportunity when it comes to marriage, commitments, and bonds. That's the, I could say that's, I pulled that right out of my ass. I ain't gonna lie to you, but I still feel that I'm right. Because Juno is a real thing, and whatever NASA names its satellite usually wouldn't have shit to do with our readings, right? But Spirit put Jupiter right under that card. It's no coincidence, and I thought that was super cute. I'm a conspiracy theorist, so the fact that Jupiter always looks like 21 to me, with the cross and the question mark, now we got a cross with an asterisk. And it's like, okay, Montana, now you're losing us. You're bad. Because when I think about mysticism or cube in the square, which is normally what comes to mind when I see the emperor or the Hierophant or the magician, or those of you that's just trying to break free of normalities, right? Freedom to be this awesome, amazing excellency that you are. It's going to require, you know, some of that secret talk they be talking about, which involves symbol. Look at that. Okay, that's true. Which involves symbols and theology and science and astronomy and Judaism, Hinduism, Christianity, whatever y'all want to call it. And so that's what I saw, that cross. And when that cross goes like that, I think about the Hierophant. And with this star, I'm thinking about Aquarius. Aquarius is a rule-breaking, liberating energy, and we are in the age of Aquarius, coming out of Pisces that had the cross. And that's just how my brain be thinking. 21 in the world card, she's always standing on Libra. And for the first time ever in my whole tarot career, that mattered to me when I pointed it out in like March or April. And Libra's right there in this bridge. So harmony, balance, diplomacy is going to help when it comes to commitment, connections, bonds, and subconscious instinct and emotions. Now, from my observation and experience with Libra, this Moon and Juno energy kind of tells me that the subconscious at times could be in opposition with things that we've committed to, and our emotions about partnership, marriage, things that we're bonded to, may be going through transformations, could be intense for some of you. Others have more discipline than others, and it could come off like they don't really care, because that's what they working on, I guess, or their strength. Imagine like Capricorn in that situation I just explained. I think it would be very nonchalant and disciplined and kind of cut and dry, or absent in the motherfucker, because I know some Capricorns. But then if I had a different energy like Scorpio, or even the aggressive, Sun, Leo, fire, it's just more passion over there than the grounded. I mean, come on. I know we got some cross watchers, and I don't talk shit about the signs. Libra and Capricorn on one side, and think about having a Leo and a Scorpio on the other one with a water sign. It's just different. I'm just gonna leave it there. The oppositions with the past involve either the masculine, things that you're becoming aware of, life, vitality, and purpose. Now, when I say opposition, resistance, struggle, and polarity, some of us in our purpose, there may be some resistance, because we've been talking about that. Things that you want to do, should be doing, feel like you should do. God then came to you in a dream, popped up in the mirror when you was brushing your teeth, and you ain't put one foot forward yet. That's cool, because maybe your career, your public life, or marriage and committed situation, as well as your energy and optimism, is challenging right now. That's cool. So the advice: harmony, balance, be courageous. If you want loyalty, be loyal to yourself. I've told people that when I do love readings or have done counseling. If you notice that you don't attract much commitment from others outside of yourself, and then I ask you about things that you like and what you do for a living, what you want to do, what ideas and plans have you had for the last few days, months, years, and how are they going? And you see where I'm going with this, right? It's a mirroring effect. How committed are you to yourself, your ideas, your hopes, your wishes, your dreams? And if you say, well, it's life, I'm human, I be busy, I be tired. You know how it is. Just imagine dating people like that. That may not commit to you in love. Boom. Because it's like, I know it's a couple people uncomfortable right now. I feel you. So we're just going to bounce. I usually whisper when I be, in trouble. I'm just going to bounce out of that. And we're going to get back on to something else. Also, I love y'all. And I wanted to just throw this randomly out here because my subscribers listen to all the videos. So some of you should remember the day. And I don't even know if the reading has aired yet. But here's a treat for all of you that are here right now. That we have a reading where 77 came up, 99 came up, and I think 1999 or 999. So I said at the end of the video that I would go over those master numbers, but then the video was so good, and I was just going to use it as a filler in case it was short, and it actually was great, and it wasn't short. Oh, it was the health reading. You haven't seen it yet, and you will. So here's a treat. 77 and 99 do have a connection to twin flames, not just twin flames, but I told you twin flames want to throw themselves on everything. It says that there are many ways you can approach it to find a better understanding. First, think of 77, then 99, then 7, then 9, and even 79. There are transits that have certain years that they orbit, so some of you may want to look into that as a collective thing or your own personal charts. I do charts. I do compatibility reports. I do counseling and therapy. I do a whole bunch of stuff. So PiscesTV.com if y'all want to check that out. Shameless plug. No sponsorships. Okay. Now, Angel 7 is deep understanding. You have deep over here with Scorpio. I love Scorpio. Maybe that's why most mystics like the number 7. Okay. Number 9 is attainment. What is attainment? Look it up. Angel number 79 is self-realization. Love that. 99 is life mission. That was dope. So y'all had that. Yep. 7799, which started this whole conversation in that reading, talks about your ability to follow your inner voice being paramount and growing your courage. That was pretty dope. It empowers your existence. It is wise to follow your guardian angel all through your life. It protects you from many invisible spiritual attacks. As you grow in closeness with the angels, you add more spiritual knowledge about yourself. Any life mission is about serving the people. This includes all that lives on earth. Serving humanity should be as humane as possible. And the significance of 7799. You have immense skills and talents under your sleeve. It is time to use them for your benefit and society. Obstacles are here to help you think better. Any defeat gives you a chance to evaluate your progress so far. Once you discover your error, you will align with the divine path to start your war again. Now for the twin flames that want to insert themselves in everything, 7799 angel number twin flame in life lessons talks about living your life mission makes you a leader of your generation. The thing you are doing is uniquely yours. Similarly, it would be best if you upheld good morals as people are watching you. The virtues of dignity and honesty are paramount in all that you do. Many times you will not be able to attain it freely. The world likes freedom without restriction. That's so crazy. Look at that. Good morals are never fashionable at this time. Consequently, prepare yourself for attacks from your detractors. All right. That wasn't too bad. Because the twin flames be getting all lovey-dovey and stuff. But when it does come to love, love is an emotion. You are in a relationship to fulfill specific emotional needs. In the first place, learn what those needs entail. That breaks down the process of meeting them reasonably quickly. So, visualization. And I just posted the Attract Your True Love guided meditation on the Quantum Healing and NLP technique channel. So check the homepage. What else? Your life is not a rehearsal. Live it well in all the things you do. The angels will measure your spirituality through your interactions with other humans. I don't believe that. How to respond to 7799 in the future. Your task in life is to show some direction to people who do not understand it. It may be in any aspect of life. For instance, some people make good politicians, while others are good footballers. Some make it in athletics. If you are a social worker, do your work with the utmost professionalism. The angels will never feel like leaving. Similarly, when they come again in the future, you have an advantage. Please give them a good welcome for your mission to be valuable to humanity. Now, it sounds like some motherfucking starseed alien wrote this shit and put it in the algorithm for me to say this to y'all, because this don't even sound like a human being wrote this. I am not for the play. I am over this. Stop playing with me. Oh my God. Whatever you do is under the watch of the guardian angels above. I've always called them observers. I think we all do. Those of us in my soul family, whatever the fuck we call, most of us do see them as observers. Messengers, angels, observers. They report back or remind your ass. So, and then on the moon, they say that's what them people are observing us anyway, or whatever they is. So that's just conspiracy theory or whatnot. They was attached to this rock, doing shit. Then when the moon blast off and start orbiting it, now we here and it's you know what I'm saying. So I don't know, should have had some surveillance on that. But yeah, life mission, honesty, integrity. Some of y'all, what this is telling me, a lot of you guys are mature and maturing into advanced levels of awakening, because somebody who's just awakening, or a 2-year-old or a 10-year-old, or they don't have conversations about the real shit. And even though I'm a do as thou will person, and I know you don't have to have integrity or discipline or be honorable and honest to be a solid motherfucker in the eyes of your collective, because you could be from a place where that ain't important. There's no one law. I know that. But most kings, queens, high level individuals that are granted access vastly to human beings, money, space, whatever, you're given some sort of responsibility. We all know that it's just courteous, and it may work better for you to have certain traits, to be a leader, to be a king, to be a queen, because of your job title, what you're gonna be doing, because of the other people under your leadership. And so that's why I feel, because of what I'm saying, reading and seeing in the cards, to me that's like advanced level to be given some instructions like that. And I think it's super dope. So at least I finally got to read now, because when I was sitting here looking at the tarot cards, I did feel and see all of the things that I'm telling you now, but I felt strongly this toxic shit, especially when I didn't know if the Queen of Wands was getting entertained and taunted by some emotionally immature, egotistical motherfucker talking about remember the time and dancing and shit, but you fucked up our whole relationship and you playing and shit, you want to kiki. And I was like, I don't feel like dealing with that. And then it was like, well, no, the Queen of Wands is probably ignorant as a motherfucker. Two things can be true. So I was like, I don't feel like dealing with that. And here it is. We dealt with it. And I do hope that it helps. For some of y'all, it's a Leo. Until next time.